So state all the characteristics and sketch the graph. So we will start practice question A. So look at your equation. So you have three things you have to be highlight in doing parabola. Three things. What's the things here? There will be vertex. What's your P? And what's your shape? Which one? Kiri kanan punya ke atas bawah punya? Okay. So look at the formula. You can see your coordinate here is y equals to 2, x equals to 3, means your vertex will be 3, 2. So that will be our first things we need to take care. And then what's your P? So apakah nilai P sana? So nilai P adalah berada di sini. So look at your formula. The bracket of y equals to something here in the bracket of x. Okay, so something here. That something will be our value of 4p. So means 4p is in negative 12. P is equals to negative 3. Then finally, determine your shape. So this is our checklist. Vertex we have, P we have, what is our shape? So y square, kiri kanan. Dua jenis. Y square punya formula, kiri kanan. Then yang mana baru betul? Because of P is negative, so this is the correct one. Then only we start our work. Okay, so I can draw, then I find out all these things. Okay, so this will be different questions. When you need to state, then you state. When you need to draw, then you draw. So you cannot state all this in the graph and then assume you will be marking double for you. Understand or not? So graph is graph, state is state. So when you want to state out means you need to write out everything. So when you're doing graph, then it will be graph. So you cannot do the graph only, then you didn't state out all these things. You tak boleh macam lukis saja. Then you tak nyatakan keluar focal point tu apa, then vertex tu apa, you tak nyatakan keluar. So bila tengok soalan, kena faham apa yang soalan tanya. So that will be your answering skill. So this is our x-axis, and then this will be my y-axis. The vertex will be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So around here, this is my vertex. So open to the left. So parabola buka secara ke kiri. Then we will draw a line for directrix. Label first. Then we will draw a axis of symmetry and a focal point. Okay, so but the focal point I didn't know what's the value yet. Okay, since your P is 3, not negative 3 already, because I said the negative like for us to determine the direction only. So since I know this parabola to the direction of left, when I'm doing calculation, I just want to know this is 3 unit. I know in between here, just have 3 unit. In between here, just have 3 unit. So my focal point will be at here on the y-axis, because you can see 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit. So focal point at here. So this is my vertex. Then that will be the directrix. So what's the vertex? It will be 3, 2. So what's your directrix? Directrix will be vertical line. So x equals to 3 plus 3, because you're moving to the right hand side. So x equals to 6. So you didn't put 3 plus 3, then 6, like that. It's an equation, so you must write out the equation. It's not the value. It's an equation. So this is what we concern, x equals to 6. Okay, so axis of symmetry, it will be a horizontal line. So y equals to something. Refer to your y, it will be 2. So what is your focal point? Your focal point will be 3. You move to the left 3 units, so it becomes 0. And then y coordinate doesn't change. So that will be our complete drawing. Now I'm going to state out everything in order to answer my questions. So take out your vertex. So I already state out my vertex. State out our focal point, which is 0, 2. Okay. State out the directrix, where x is equals to 6. It's not 6 only. 6 is a value, it's not an equation. So state out the axis of symmetry. So axis of symmetry also an equation. So y equals to 2. So this is equation form. This is coordinate form. That's all. Then we see our graph. Is it fully labeled? Okay, 0. Then parabola. So label your parabola. Okay, so that will be our first question A. Then we'll continue for question B, where it is a x minus 2 square equals to 5y plus 2. So when we get the equation, you must know what's your vertex. Since your x is equals to 1, you can see your coordinate here, y equals to negative 2, means your vertex will be 1, negative 2. So what's your p-value? Your p-value will be located in the factor of y plus 2 here. So 4p equals to 5. P equals to 5 over 4. Okay, so checklist, vertex you have, P you will have already. Then what's your shape? The things is in x square. So when the things in x square, bermaksud x square jenis yang kuadratik atas ataupun yang jenis yang bawah. Then look at your P is positive. Okay, so we can decide this is the shape that you want. This is not correct. Okay, so you can see your P is 5 over 4 means 1 unit plus. You punya kotak 1 unit lebih macam tu saja. Then I will start draw the graph, then I state out after that. So quadratic senyum, okay. So x-axis, y-axis label. Since this is 1, okay, I make it bigger, 1 at here. So agak-agak negatif 2 di sini. So when you're drawing, you have the correct skill, then your drawing will not run off shape. So satu kotak besar macam ni, 2 kotak agak macam ni lah. So dia di bawah sini. Senyum, vertex di bawah. So senyum lah. Okay, so done our parabola. Automatic, draw your directrix. Satu garis di sebelah sana, namanya directrix. Dan draw your axis of symmetry, garis putus-putus ini. And then draw your focal point. So my focal point, since I know this is the value of P, right? So satu kotak lebih 5 over 4. So ini 2 kotak. So 5 over 4 around here. So the focal point will be around here. So dia tak akan di atas x-axis. Koordinat mesti betul. Kalau you lukis di atas x-axis, maka the whole drawing will be wrong. This is your horizontal line. So y equals to something. So what's your vertex? Your vertex is 1, negative 2. So when we doing directrix, y koordinat nak turun. So negative 2 tolak lagi 5/4. So y equals to negative 13/4. Axis of symmetry, garis lurus, x equals to 1. Okay, refer to your vertex. So your vertex is very important. Then finally, find the focal point here. The focal point will be 1, then negative 2 going up. So plus 5 over 4, it will be equals to 1, comma, negative 3 over 4. So lastly, state out the vertex, state out the focal point, state out the directrix, and state out the axis of symmetry, which is x equals to 1.